Well, the first time
Very fast.
that they did this for her character, she ducked.
Because I thought it was because I started on stage and we don't have those sort of moments. And so when there's a big machine coming at me, it's a 1,000-pound freaking thing and it's coming at me so fast and I duck.
And I had to become very familiar with the Klingon language, which is actually a language that exists. There are college courses that are taught in Klingon. There are professors that speak fluent Klingon. It was going to be a 5-year mission. We say it at the beginning of every episode. Nobody should be surprised.
Star Trek Strange New Worlds has returned for a 4th season, and this time they have even more surprises in store for us, including a puppet episode. Yes, you heard that right, an episode entirely filmed with puppets. Hi, I'm Philip in London, and before the start of the season, I spoke to Anson Mount, Rebecca Romijn, and Celia Rose Gooding about what we can expect for their respective characters in Season 4 and also Season 5, because that's already been wrapped. It's going to be the final Star Trek season. And of course, I wanted to know how they feel about Star Trek Strange New Worlds coming to an end next year. So here they are, Anson Mount, Rebecca Romijn, and Celia Rose Gooding on Quotable. Enjoy. Captain Pike is moving ever closer to the fate that he already knows awaits him, without giving anything away, any spoilers or something, of course. How does that knowledge shape the Pike we meet in Season 4, and has it changed him any further?
I think that a lot changed at the end of Season 3 when he got to live this entire life, which is something that he had kind of written off. But he received this enormous gift, and now, he'd been having to relearn for the first 3 seasons. He'd been having to relearn this lesson that the journey is the destination, right? And now that has been alleviated. I think it allows him to be much more graceful in his role as a leader and how his decisions about his own life affect everyone around him.
Rebecca, Una has been through some enormous personal and professional changes over the past season we've seen. So where do we find her emotionally at the beginning of Season 4?
Una is now living her authentic life, and it's really freed her up to request more time on planet, to lead more missions, and she's really stepped out of her shell. So I think we get to see a much freer Una starting Season 4 and moving into Season 5 and seeing where she goes next and where she takes herself.
And Celia, we've obviously watched Uhura grow from somebody still finding her place into a very confident officer. So what's the next stage of her journey in Star Trek Strange New Worlds?
I think her next steps are putting that confidence in action. I think in Season 4, we see her very much like Una in her confidence, in her stride. She feels trusted and is no longer questioning her place in her crew or questioning her importance. I think now we, especially later on in Season 4, we see her sort of interrogate how far that confidence has got her, and we see her put it into practice in a really real, practical, exciting way. And we just get her steps closer to the iconic Lieutenant Uhura that she becomes in the original series.
Now, that's a question for all of you, whoever wants to answer. The chemistry between this cast feels very natural. After 4 seasons together now, are there moments, or were there moments, where it feels like you're not just acting with each other, you feel like a real crew?
I think so. Especially in the captain's dinners. I think those scenes in Pike's quarters where we're all sitting and laughing, I think a lot of those moments that are used in the show, I think, are us laughing at genuine jokes we've shared with each other that they just so happen to capture. But I think the chemistry that we have has been years in the making. But also casting did a really incredible job at finding very warm, honest, talented adults.
Professional people.
For real. I say that as the youngest person in the cast. I didn't feel intimidated like I expected I was going to. I think we all care about Trek and we care about our jobs and want to keep them. So it was important for us to show up and like care. And it translated really well to our devotion to the script and the work and the integrity of the franchise, but also our devotion to each other.
I have a quick story to share with you. This young lady's second job.
Yes.
Okay. So her first was on Broadway. She was nominated for a Tony.
And a
This is
Grammy,
her
which she won.
second jump.
Thank
right?
you.
So
They're very nice people.
So her first week on the show, we with our camera moves, the camera is oftentimes on a crane, and there when there's a dramatic moment, the camera will do a push in, right?
Very
And
fast push.
It's called a
the crane
screamer.
will bring it's called a screamer. Will bring the camera in close to you.
Really close.
Well, the
very
first time
fast.
And very
first time
fast.
that they did this for her character, she ducked.
Because I thought it was because I started on stage and we don't have those sort of moments. And so when there's a big machine coming at me, my very human instinct is to duck. And in that moment, once I realized what I'd done, I was petrified. But it ended up being this huge laugh, and everyone was so patient with me. And I will never live that story down, thank goodness. But yeah, I absolutely. And it was one camera, no one else's coverage. I have one line, it's one word. Someone has it, I'm sure. But it comes at me, it's a 1,000-pound freaking thing, and it's coming at me so fast, and I duck. And we had to redo that, but it wasn't as big of a deal as I thought it was internally. I did kick myself for a while, but yeah, I mean, it's...
But I think being a supportive cast is for the greater good.
Yes.
It creates a better end result, and so the fact that we love working with each other and wanted to help each other and support each other with however we could within every scene ends up making for a much better end result.
incredible. Yes, exactly.
Now, I think many would agree that at the heart of Star Trek has always been a certain optimism. So what would you say, maybe Rebecca, what do you think audiences need most from Star Trek in the year 2026?
Optimism. I think that I think that that's why the franchise has been so beloved for 60 years and has been passed down from one generation to the next, is we just keep... I was introduced to the original series by my mother. We had a lot of conversations about curiosity and exploration and being open-minded to the unknown and embracing the unknown without fear, with curiosity. And these are the same traits that I have passed on to my daughters. And I think that's what the franchise has done. It's just passed down from generation to generation. I think it's important, especially in the state of the world now, that we practice open-mindedness and treat the unknown with open arms instead of with fear and anger.
And the power of diplomacy.
Yeah.
Was that subtle enough?
That was pretty cool. No, I think it could mean many things.
One of the things, apart from that really makes Star Trek Strange New Worlds stand out, I find, is how you constantly shift between the genres. I mean, we even had a musical episode, and we've seen a whodunit. Now we got, for instance, a dinosaur episode, we got a proper horror episode, and we got a puppet episode. As actors, how much fun is it to switch between those genres, and how challenging is it maybe sometimes?
The most fun, always challenging in the best way. It's really, they think so outside the box, our wonderful writers, and I think we're always surprised to get a script and go, okay, how am I going to do this?
And it's a more fun kind of homework.
It is.
Instead of just memorizing your lines, you do film noir. You can't just say, okay, now we're going to do film noir. You literally have to go study
Yep.
film noir, because there's a whole acting style in that as well.
And I had to become very familiar with the Klingon language, which is actually a language that exists. There are college courses that are taught in Klingon. There are professors that speak fluent Klingon.
Get a Klingon degree.
Yeah, so I had to do dialect coaching for hours and learn how to pronounce everything correctly and learn the translations, and it's wild. It's wild learning what I thought was a fake language, but it's actually a real language. So and we want to get it right, so we really work hard.
Yeah, I think in that process and that pursuit of trying to get it right, I think we've gotten to do such a diverse array of genres because of how much we are trusted by our creative team. If we weren't able to sort of handle these undertakings, they wouldn't have given them to us. And so the fact that as we continue on through the seasons, we've always had a diversity of genres, but I think 4 and 5, we're really like pushing the extremes in a way that is exciting and exhilarating and very challenging, but also the the trust that is in us, it makes us want to really, really reach that extreme and touch it and honor it in a way that still feels very Star Trek, but also embraces that we are the future of Trek. The fact that we get to balance those, it feels good to be supported in that exploration.
Yeah.
And since you just mentioned season 5, I think it's already wrapped up. How does it make you feel now? Do you feel like, whoa, what am I going to do with my time? Or how does that feel?
We think our season 4 and season 5 are our strongest seasons. We shot them back to back. So we still have 16 incredible episodes for our audiences to look forward to, and we're very proud of them. It's a little bittersweet when you're making a wonderful series with very talented people. You have to process that, and there is something kind of sad about it, but it's wonderful. We're so proud of our seasons, and I don't know what else to say.
We always called it a 5-year
Listen, it was
mission.
going to be a 5-year mission. We said at the beginning of every episode. Nobody should be surprised.
Okay, thank you so much, guys. That was a pleasure talking to you. All the best.
Bye.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, like it, hype it, share it with your friends and family, and don't forget to subscribe. See you soon on Quotable.